Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. We play Dungeons and Dragons on this channel once a week, usually on Monday nights, usually 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But when we're not playing D&D, I like to play video games. So welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. As you can see from the standings, the Knights are actually in first place by half a game over the Seattle Mariners. So finally, at 27-14 in first place. So let's jump right into the game. So it's the second game in a 3-game set at home against the Baltimore Orioles. We won the first game 5-1, and it is May 14th, 2024. View organizations game. Play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the home team. We play at Classic Yankee Stadium. Broadcast the show off. Overcast looks good. Okay, looks good. Let me see. Okay, this guy's going to sit down because he needs a day of rest. Rest. Let's go with Francisco Lindor. We'll play for him. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. I am just setting my lineup real quick. Give me a moment. Center fielder will play. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's get him out of the game. Give him some rest. Hunter Renfroe. Okay, let's see. Francisco Lindor, Mattingly, Benny Lo Cicero, Salazar, Termini. This ninth. Okay, good enough. Here we go. If you've never seen Bronx Knights Baseball, it is a created franchise on MLB 20 The Show, which was released in 2020, earlier in the year. I'm missing baseball. We didn't get a full season. So I'm doing a 162-game season on the All-Star difficulty. Bronx Knights Baseball created franchise. Right now they're in first place by a half a game, and it's May 14th. Major League Baseball, the Bronx Knights host the Baltimore Orioles at Classic Yankee Stadium. Welcome. Let's see. Pitching for the Bronx Knights is Eli Ramos, making his 9th start of the season. His record is 5-1 with a 3.36 earned run average. And leading off for the Orioles is Scott Kingery, hitting .240 with 4 homers and 11 runs batted in. Just in case you're curious, options, gameplay. As you can see, the hitting difficulty is on All-Star, pitching difficulty also on All-Star. I'm going to leave it there at least until the All-Star break. If I'm winning every single game, then I'll kick it up a notch. But for right now, All-Star is good. Here we go.
Scott Kingery.
And the first pitch is low for ball 1. Bronx Knights, as you can see, at 27-14, good for first place in the American League West. They have the game over the second place Seattle Mariners. I wonder what team. The next pitch is in there for a strike, count even at 1-1. I wonder which team was kicked out of the American League West. Who knows? I won't say it. Swing and a miss and slider on the outside part of the plate. The count falls to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Weather is 61 degrees here in May in the Bronx. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 98 on the radar gun. 1 out.
Batting second.
Harrison Bader steps up, hitting .247 with 6 homers and 13 runs batted in. He is in the midst of a modest 6-game hitting streak. And he tries to bunt his way on, and it's a good one. Termini fields, fires. Got him. Just by half a step. I thought he was going to beat it out, but he did not. Starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Scott Kingery leads off. Harrison Bader is in center field. Billy Williams in left. Mike Trout in right. Josh Bell is the first baseman. Johnny Bench is behind the plate. Jay Buhner is the designated hitter. Bill Mazeroski is in second base. And Kelvin Gutierrez is batting 9th and playing third base. So, Billy Williams, Hall of Famer, I believe, hitting .320 with 7 homers and 15 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Eli Ramos is actually my father in real life, who passed away in the year 2011, and he's number 68 because he passed away at the age of 60. So honoring Pop. Line drive to Mattingly at first, and the side is retired. So after a half an inning of play, the Baltimore Orioles nothing. Bronx Knights coming to bat. On the mound for the Orioles, Ryan Yarborough making his ninth start. He's 1-3 with a 3.30 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukelich. He's hitting .341 with no homers, 6 RBIs, and 8 stolen bases. In real life, he's 12 years old. That's why he's a little on the small side. And he takes ball 1. Baltimore Orioles, as you can see, are in last place in the American League East at 12 and 29. And the pitch is down and in for ball 2. And he swings and pulls it foul for strike number 1. And it's a line drive base hit between the shortstop and third baseman. The Bronx Knights lead off with a base runner. It's a single for Max Lukelich.
Batting second, the second baseman, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor steps up to the plate. In his last 5 games, he is 9 for his last 21 for a .429 clip. He is a part-time player. He's taking over for Chris Ramos at second base today. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. And the cut fastball is on the outside corner. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a pitch out, but nothing's doing. Lukelich is at first. Excuse me. 2-1 count. And he fouls off the cut fastball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's a line drive, but right at the left fielder who makes the catch. Billy Williams flags it down, barely has to move. And for the first out of the inning. Bronx Knights, Max Lukelich leads off. Francisco Lindor is at second. Don Mattingly is at first. Batting cleanup is Benny Cicero on right. Jacob Salazar is the designated hitter. Matt Termini at third. Matthew Saps at shortstop. Anthony Miller catcher. And Hunter Renfroe patrolling center field and batting ninth. Here we are. The 1985 American League Most Valuable Player, Don Mattingly, takes ball 1. He's hitting .312 with 8 homers and 40 runs batted in. And the next pitch is outside. The count is 2 balls and no strikes. In his last 7 games, Don Mattingly has 12 RBIs. So he's been productive in driving runs in. Lukelich leads off first. And he's going. Pitches a strike. The throw is not in time. Lukelich has his 9th stolen base of the season. And he has stolen out the pitcher. There's no way the catcher was going to catch it. So, Mattingly now has a runner in scoring position and 1 out. The count is 2-1. And he swings over the top of the changeup out in front. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he hits it playable to the right fielder, and he tries to make it an extra base, and he's caught. Oh, he makes the final out at third base. So no. Never make the first or third out at third base. So at the end of the first inning of play, no score in the Bronx. Leading off for the Orioles is Mike Trout. He is 5 for his last 34. Overall, he's hitting .221, 7 homers and 20 runs batted in. So the Knights ran themselves out of the last Wow, that's a low strike, but it's called a strike by the umpire, and it's 0-1. I'm not complaining. Swinging and miss at the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And he pulls it foul. Count remains 0-2. And it's in the dirt. Ball 1. Waste pitch. Oh, and he hits it high and deep. That is gone. A solo home run from Mike Trout, his 8th home run of the season. And the Baltimore Orioles take a quick 1-0 lead. Ooh. My goodness. He got all of that one. I think it's in the upper deck. Yes, it is. Upper deck shot. So, Josh Bell, hitting .320 with 6 homers and 26 RBIs. He's been very hot these last 4 games, as you can see. And he pops him back up and back behind the screen for strike 1. Swinging and miss at the circle change out in front. Count is 0-2.
Nope.
Just off the plate inside, ball 1. Ramos thought he had him.
Well,
curveball down and outside and low. Count evens at 2-2. Swinging and miss at the curveball for strike 3, the first out of the inning. It's Ramos' 2nd strikeout. Johnny Bench, Hall of Fame catcher for the Cincinnati Reds, now playing for the Orioles, steps up hitting .234 with 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. Johnny Bench, Big Red Machine, takes strike 1. Circle change. Strike 2. And it's in the dirt. Waste pitch. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he just gets a piece to stay alive. It's 1-2. Grounds it up the middle for a base hit. And Johnny Bench is at first base with 1 out here in the 2nd inning. Ground ball with eyes.
The designated hitter,
Designated hitter Jay Buhner, who played for the Seattle Mariners in the 1990s, steps up to the plate. And he takes strike 1. Well, he doesn't take strike 1. He hacks at it, fouls it off. He's hitting .212 with 9 homers and 18 runs batted in. Swinging and miss out in front of the change of speed. Count is 0-2. Runner steps off first. Strike 3 looking right down the middle of the corner. I don't know what he was looking for. So, 2 outs in the inning. And Bill Mazeroski steps up to the plate. While he won a Gold Glove last year, he's hitting only a .181 with 2 homers and 4 runs batted. A liability at the plate. And it's just off the strike zone for ball 1. Oh, he hits it high and deep, but foul. Put a charge into that one. Count is even at 1-1. Johnny Bench steps off first. And the pitch is fouled off. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he hits it high and deep, but playable for Max Lukulich in left. Makes the catch to retire the side. So, inning and a half complete. They get a run on the solo home run by Mike Trout. This titanic blast into the upper deck and left. Orioles lead 1-0. Leading off for the Knights, Benilo Cicero hitting .303 with 9 homers and a team-high 47 runs batted.
Off the plate, ball
And the cut fastball is just a little high. Maybe a little outside.
2-0.
And the pitch is low. It counts 2 balls and no strikes. And he hits a hard ground ball, but right at Mazeroski in second. He throws to Bell for the first out. The defense for the Orioles from left to right in the outfield is Williams, Bader, and Trout. And in the infield, Gutierrez, Kingery, Mazeroski, the Gold Glove winner, and Josh Bell at first, with the Hall of Famer Johnny Bench behind the plate. Jacob Salazar bats from the right side against the lefty, Yarborough. And he takes strike 1. He's hitting .340 with 4 homers and 25 runs batted in. He fouls off the cut fastball. Count is quickly 0-2.
That's a ball.
Down and in. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he grounds it hard up the middle, but fielded by the shortstop who throws across the diamond for the second out. Nice play by King.
The third baseman, number 79.
Third baseman Matt Termini is hitting .301 with 4 homers and 20 runs batted in. He steps up with 2 outs at the bottom of the second. Fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. And he pops him up in the infield. Josh Bell charges for it, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So after 2 innings complete, it's 1-0 Baltimore Orioles. Top of the third, the Orioles send up Gelvin Gutierrez, who's hitting .244,
The
3
third
homers and 6 RBIs.
Kelvin Gutierrez.
And he hits it hard at Mattingly. He fields it himself, steps on the bag for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The batter, number 6.
Standings in the American League West, as you can see, the Bronx Knights have a full game lead and 2 in the loss column over the Seattle Mariners. I think they started like 2-7, so this is a nice stretch here in the late April, early May. Scott Kingery steps up. He struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. And again, he tries to bunt himself on, but we'll see this one go foul.
Oh, that's a foul ball.
That's foul ball. Strike 1.
Oh, that's
And the fastball is low. Count evens at 1-1. Curveball in there for strike 2. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And he has a strikeout pitch working. That's his 4th strikeout already.
Now batting.
Harrison Bader grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. He steps up for his second plate appearance. And he pulls it foul. Strike 1. 6 for his last 19. Respectable. He pulls the slider foul. The count is 0-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. The side is retired. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Knights. But the Orioles are still leading 1-0. Leading off for the Knights is Matthew
Leading off
Saps,
for
who's
the
been
BRONX.
hot in his last 10 games. He's
Not
hitting for a
shortstop.
410 clip.
Number
Overall,
31.
he's hitting 276 with 6 homers and 22 runs batted in. He's playing shortstop today. Bounces back and forth between short and designated hitter. This is on the first pitch, a lazy fly ball to the center fielder, Bader, who makes the catch for the first out.
Batting eight. The catcher, number 43.
Anthony Millo, the catcher, is hitting 210 with a homer and 16 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate with 1 out. And he fouls off the cut fastball for strike 1. 6 for his last 12. Starting to heat up. Been fighting the Mendoza line for most of the season. And he swings and fouls off the changeup. The count is quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes.
Nope. Ball 1.
Down and in, he checks his swing.
The count is 1 and 2.
The umpire says it loud and clear, 1 and 2. And he fouls off the changeup on the corner to stay alive. Remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
Down and in, count evens, 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
And he just gets a piece to stay alive. Count remains 2 and 2. Inside, I thought it might hit him, but it did not. Count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's inside, he loses him. Ball 4, he walks the leadoff man. Miller is at first with leadoff
Batting
man.
ninth. The center fielder, Hunter.
Saps made an out and fly out to center. So with 1 out, Anthony Miller was at first base. Hunter Renfroe, a part-time player hitting 310 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs, steps up to the plate. He's taking over today's center field duties. Quick throw over to first. Miller is back. Miller is not really a steal threat. So this is just stalling for time. And the cutter is outside for ball 1. Hunter Renfroe is hot in his last 3 or 4 games. He's 6 for his last 12. Oh, and he just check swing fouls it. Count is even 1 and 1.
Ball. That's inside.
Inside, ball 2. Count is 2 and 1. He just gets a piece of the sinker. Count is 2 and 2. Miller leads off first. Renfroe is at the plate. And he gets a piece of that sinker. Count remains 2 and 2.
3 balls,
Outside,
2 strikes.
and consecutive hitters get 3 ball, 2 strike counts. On deck is Max Lukulis. The lineup will turn over. Here's the payoff pitch. And he hits it high and deep to right field, but it's playable. He makes the catch. Trout throws it back in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 39.
So, Max had a single in the first. He's 1 for 1. Steps up again from the right side.
Ball.
The
That's out.
cut fastball just misses the outside corner, trying to backdoor him, but misses the zone. Ball 1. And he pops him up in the infield. Easy play. And he makes the catch, the shortstop that is, for the final out. So, 3 innings complete. Orioles still have a 1-0 lead. Leading off for the Orioles is Billy Williams, who's 0 for 1 today.
The left fielder, Billy
It's Ramos, who
Williams.
right now is on the losing end of things, pulls it foul, strike 1. He's on the losing end of things at the moment, trailing 1-0, but he is pitching well.
Ball. That's in.
Slider just off the plate inside, counts even at 1-1. Williams fouls it off. Count goes 1-2. I do not remember Billy Williams as a player. I think maybe he might have been in the 60s or 70s. Pitch is high for ball. I'm sorry, ball 2. Count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the circle change out in front. That, I believe, is his 6th strikeout. Yarborough is,
Next for the Orioles.
you know,
The
he's
right
doing the
fielder,
job, but he's not doing the
Mike
job in the pitch speed comparison brought to you by Tops. Eli Ramos has got, is winning that contest. So Mike Trout steps in again for his 2nd plate appearance. He had a solo homer, the only run of the game so far. And he hits a hard line drive to center on the first pitch. It's a base hit for Trout. He makes the turn at first, but they hold him to a single. So with 1 out here on the top of the 4th,
The first base.
the Orioles have the man on. Next up is Josh Bell. He struck out in the 2nd. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 98 on the radar. 4 strike 1. Trout is at first. He does have speed. Oh, just off the plate. Josh Bell has a 9-game hitting streak. I'm sure he'd like to get his 10th right here. He fouls off the fastball. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he gets just under it. It is playable for Lo Cicero in right, who makes the catch, gets it back in, no advance by Trout. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
The catcher, number 5.
Johnny Bench, the catcher, had a single in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 1.
Nope.
And the pitch is just outside.
1-0.
Slider is outside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. He's nibbling. Split fingers in there for strike 1. If you've noticed, Don Mattingly is not only the first baseman, but he's also the manager, as you can see. It's a little bit of a Don Mattingly love affair going on.
Nope.
Fastball just missed outside. It's a hitter's count. It's 3 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And he hits it down the line, but foul into the stands. So the count goes full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. The runner will be going. And he fouls it off. The count remains full. And it is a flat curveball laced to center, but right at Renfroe, who makes the catch to retire the side. So, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 3.5 innings played. Baltimore still leads 1-0. Leading off is Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1. Bottom of the 4th.
Lindor.
And he skies it the other way to fairly deep right field. But Trout is there. He makes the catch, 1 pitch. Don Mattingly lined out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1.
Mattingly.
And he fouls it back. Strike 1. And he gets under it and hits it to medium right center field. Trout races over, makes the catch with relative ease for the 2nd out of the 4th.
Now batting.
Benny Lo Cicero is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out in the 2nd inning. Steps up with 2 outs here in the 4th. He swings and misses out in front of the changeup. Strike 1. Pulls it 2, Josh Bell fields it, throws over to the pitcher covering to retire the side. So after 4 innings of baseball, Baltimore still leads the Bronx Knights 1-0. Boring game, sorry. Try to score some more runs. Exciting. Leading off is Jay Buhner. Struck out in the second.
The designated hitter, Jay Buhner.
And the fastball is low. Ball 1. Curveball floats in there for strike 1. Count evens. Slider outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 88 miles an hour. He is throwing it. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, the circle change. His 7th strikeout of the game in only 4 1/3 innings. He's going to lose an inning. He has got that strikeout control. Bill Mazeroski, second baseman, flew out in the second inning. He's over. Steps up. He fouls it back for strike 1. Curveball floats in there for strike 2. Counts 0-2. 0-2. It's a line drive, just foul. He made a bid for a double down the left field line. Just pulled foul. And the pitch is ball 1.
1 ball.
Waste pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls off the slider. Count remains 1-2. Bill Mazeroski was also a little bit before my time. I've heard of the name. I know that he's an infielder. And he skies it the other way to Cicero and right. Makes the catch for the second out.
The third baseman, number 16.
Kelvin Gutierrez, the third baseman, grounded out in the third. He's 0 for 1. And he takes strike 1 on the corner. Sliders in there for strike 2.
Down 0-2.
Fouls off the fastball. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. His 8th strikeout of the game. 5 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, but he's still losing 1-0. Jacob Salazar, the designated hitter today, grounded out in the second. He's 0 for 1. He splits time with Matthew Saps in the shortstop position.
Salazar.
And the pitch gets him on the foot. I think it hit him. Yes, it did. So the leadoff man is on for the Bronx Knights.
The bat, number 79.
A little shoe polish. Matt Termini, the third baseman, popped out in the second. He's 0 for 1. He's up there with nobody out. Runner at first. And he pulls the curveball foul. Strike 1. Grounds it to the shortstop. Throws over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. And just like that, there are 2 outs.
The bat,
Here in the 5th.
number 31.
Nice play. So Matt Saps playing shortstop today. 0 for 1. He steps up to the plate with 2 outs. And he checks his swing for ball 1. Ball 2.
That's ball 3.
Ball 3. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. He'll swing on 3-0. And the cut fastball is in there for 3-1, but it's a hitter's count now. The shackles are off. If it's good, he swings. Oh, he went out of the strike zone. Swinging at ball 4. The count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off his changeup just to stay alive. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he jams him in on his wrist, pops it up to the first baseman in foul territory. Bell makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So it's an official ball game. 5 innings complete. Baltimore leads the Bronx Knights 1-0. Boring. So, top of the 6th, Kingery steps in for his 3rd plate appearance. He's just struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. And he just misses the strike zone for ball 1. Right on the corner. I think Ramos likes putting his facial expression on he liked that call. Swing and a miss at the slider. 1-1. 1-1. Splitter down and in, but called a strike. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kingery. He just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Swing and a miss at the inside fastball. I believe that's his 9th strikeout in the ball game. 9 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings.
Up next for the Orioles.
He's got that strikeout working. Looks like it passed right through the bat. So, Harrison Bader steps up. Struck out, he grounded out. He is 0 for 2. His 3rd plate appearance. And the high slider is called a strike. And it's strike 2. Quickly, the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Bader. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's his 10th strikeout. My goodness. He needs to get some runs and give this guy some support. He's pitching a hell of a ball game. His 1 mistake, a solo home run to Mike Trout. Billy Williams is up. He's 0 for 2. And the slider's just off the plate inside for ball 1. And he grounds it to the second baseman, Francisco Lindor, who makes the play at first to retire the side. 6 innings. Only 1 run, 3 hits, and 10 strikeouts, but Ramos is losing 1-0. Bottom of the 6th. The catcher, Anthony Millo, steps up. He did walk in the 3rd. He does not have an official at-bat yet.
Number 43.
And he hits a line drive toward base hit. It's towards the gap, but cut off by Trout. Holds him to a first. A single. Yarborough's pitched 5 innings. That was only his 2nd hit allowed. 2nd hit allowed. He hasn't struck anything out, though. Hunter Renfroe steps up. Runner at first and nobody out. He checks his swing. Cut fastballs inside. Hunter Renfroe is 0 for 1, excuse me. And he pulls it foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he hits a line drive, but playable for Billy Williams, who chases it down in the gap for the first out of the 6th.
The batter, number 39.
Leading off, Max Lukulich, the left fielder. He has a single in the first. He's 1 for 2. Millo leads off first. It's in the dirt, but blocked. No advance. Quick throw down to first base, but no chance to catch him. Millo was sleeping. 1-0 count. And the cut fastball in there for a strike. Few swing. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. He swings and misses at the breaking ball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's low in the dirt again. It gets away, but not far enough away for him to dance. Miller is still at first base, counting even 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's low. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Will the runner be in motion? I don't think so. Not a lot of speed at first. And it's down and in for ball 4. And he walks him. So, got a little something cooking here in the bottom of the 6th. As 1 out, runners at second, first and second, with the top of the lineup. Francisco Lindor is 0 for 2 today. He's up there with a runner in scoring position. And the cut fastball is in there.
Everyone down.
Anthony Miller, Gold Glove winner last year. He fouls the cut fastball back. He's quickly down. No balls, 2 strikes. And he pulls it high and deep, but foul. Count remains 0-2. And he goes out of the strike zone, swings and misses at the high cutter for the second out of the inning. Yorborough's first strikeout. So with 2 runners on, Don Mattingly gets steps up for 2 outs. He's 0 for 2. And he takes the pitch high for ball 1.
No play.
So 308 on the season. And he hits it hard and foul down the right field line. Donnie Baseball is hitting 392 with runners in scoring position. The situation we're in right now. And just gets a piece of it to stay alive. He counted 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, just gets a piece. Fouling it off. 1 and 2. Miller at second. And he strikes him out to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in this inning. The 6 innings complete. Baltimore still leading 1-0. Oof, God. Get in the game. All right. Top of the 7th.
Leading off for the
Mike Trout leads off. He's 2 for 2. Mike Trout has a home run in this game, the only run in the game. And he checks his swing, but it's a strike. 0-1. Breaking ball outside, count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. And he fouls off the slider, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he hits it high and deep and makes a bid for a second home run. But it is playable for Lukulich in left, who makes the catch. Just got under it. And it's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Number 55.
Josh Bell is 0 for 2. 2 for 6 in this series so far. Steps up. 1 out in the 7th. Smashes it. Caught. Sliding catch by Lindor, who makes the play at first. What a great play. Got himself a little dirty diving.
Number 5.
Made a stop through the first. Here's a replay. Nice jump. Nice catch on the ball. From his knees. Throws sidearm. Gets him by a mile. So, Johnny Bench is up again. He had a single in the second. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch. And he fouls it down the first baseline, down past the sliding Mattingly. He careens off the wall. He throws into second. He's got a chance, but not in time. It's a sliding double for Johnny Bench. Just slices it down the right field line, outside of the glove of Mattingly. And there was an opportunity to get him, but just missed the chance. catch him in second. Well, anyway, they have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the 7th. Jay Buhner is up. He has 2 strikeouts. And he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. With the 0 for 2 today, he's batting .209 on the season. He swings and misses way out in front of the slider. As you can see, runners in scoring position has not been a good situation for Jay Buhner. He's hitting .057 on the season. Let's make that even lower, shall we? Throws him a high fastball, he fouls it back. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I believe it's his 11th strikeout of the game. So, 7 innings. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the 7th inning stretch here at Yankee Stadium. Cotton Eye Joe, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. That's what they used to play at the classic Yankee Stadium before they knocked it down in 2008. Well, anyway, bottom of the 7th. Benny Cicero is up. He's 0 for 2. He steps up to the plate. Yarborough is still in there in the 7th. And he backs him off the plate for ball 1. And he flares one out. And it is a base hit for a leadoff hit for Benny Cicero. His first of the game. It extends his hitting streak to 10 games. Nice job. Just kind of serves it out there to the opposite way. Leg kick, 1-arm swing. Well, anyway, Jacob Salazar steps up. He is hit by a pitch in the 5th. He's officially 0 for 1. Put that over first. Not in time. Salazar's 0 for 1. And he pulls it down the line. It is foul just by a few feet. Made a bid for a double. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Inside ball 1. Count is 1-1. Yarborough was only throwing his 80th pitch. He's been economical with his pitches. Quick throw at first. He's back in time. Count is even at 1-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. Cicero, it was not stealing, so the count is 2. Johnny Bench has a pretty decent ball back there. And he squibs it down the third base line, charges in, fields, fires, got him at first. Nice play by the third baseman. Barehanded, threw from 1 foot, still got Salazar. Kelvin Gutierrez, nice play. Well, anyway, there's now a runner in scoring position, the tying run, with 1 out in the 7th. Matt Termey is 0 for 2 today, but he has a chance to tie the game with a single. And he checks his swing, pitches low for ball 1. Pitches high for ball 2. Counts 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Cicero at second leads off. He's got a little bit of speed. Checks the swing. The count goes 3 balls, no strikes. I wonder if he has the green light. He does not have the green light. I would never swing. 3-0. Don't do it. Take a strike. Always take a strike. All right, now is the time to let the beast loose. It's 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner in scoring position. Here we go. And he skies it to medium depth center field. Bader is there. He makes the catch for the second out. No advance. So it's going to be up to, I think, Anthony Moore. Oh, I'm sorry.
Number 31.
Oh, there's going to be a pitching change. He's pitching a shutout. He comes out and gets him. With 2 outs in the 7th. Interesting strategy. Can come back to haunt the Orioles. Who's replacing him?
Your attention, please.
So pitching for the Baltimore Orioles, Michael Gibbons. This is his 10th appearance. He's 2-1, but he has a 10.61 earned run average for the season. Maybe it's an opportunity. So, Matthew Sapp steps up. He's 0 for 2 today. He needs a hit, but he doesn't want in scoring position. A single might get that run in. And on the first pitch, he grounds it softly to the second baseman, who fields in the dirt, but scooped by Josh Bell for the final out. And 7 innings complete. It's still a shutout. Shutout is maintained. It's 1-0 Baltimore. Oh my God. Ooh, am I going to get shut out? Ooh. If you jumped in to watch this game, I apologize. All right, now's the time to go to the manager's office. Biddle will warm up and hold up, just in case things get out of control. So is this Bill Mazeroski? Yeah, he's 0 for 2. And he's strike one. Pours it in there.
0-1's the count.
He tries to wait on the circle change, but still fouls it off. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Mazeroski. Slider outside, ball 1. It's almost a full house. Any attendance over 50,000 at Old Yankee Stadium. Fouls it off, count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anything over 50,000 in attendance is basically a sellout in Classic Yankee Stadium. I've been there in real life. Fouls it down the line, past the diving Termini and into left field. He fields it quickly, gets it over, holds him to a single. But it's a leadoff single for the Baltimore Orioles, leading off the 8th. Here's the Mazeroski pulls the breaking ball down the line. So next up is Kelvin Gutierrez, who's 0 for 2. Not a lot of speed at first base. I wonder if he'll be bunting. Pitch is outside. He is not bunting. It's interesting. He's 0 for 2. He's struck out. He's grounded out. He's 0 for 5 in the series. He'd like to break that streak right here. Slider in there for strike 1. Count evens at 1-1. He's nearing that 100 pitch count mark. Grounds it up the middle for a base hit. And instead of a possible double play, it's runners at first and second, and nobody out. Here in the 8th, how far will the manager go? The leadoff man, Scott Kingery, struck out in the 6th. He's 0 for 3. This might be his last batter, no matter what. And the slider's in there for strike 0-1. Kingery has not done well with runners in scoring position. He's only hitting $150. That bodes well for him. He fouls off the next pitch. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, just off the plate. Wanted it. He wanted that strike. Called 3rd strike, but didn't get it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 looking. Kingery does not agree. He thinks it's a little high. Well, starter comparison between Yarborough and Eli Ramos. Honestly, 2 great starts. You know, the difference was Mike Trout's solo home run. And look at those strikeouts for Ramos. So Harrison Bader is 0 for 3. Swing and a miss at the fastball. 0-1-95 on the fastball. That's an indication that he might be getting tired. It's in the dirt. It bounces away, but no advance. Runners stay at first and second. Nice play. And he hits it high, but not deep. To Cicero, I'm sorry, check that. To Lukalic in left, who makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Billy Williams, 0 for 3. Ground out in the 6th. There are 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. He's batting from the left side. And that will be all. The manager goes to the bullpen and brings in Jesse Biddle. He's pitched well, but it's time. He cannot win it. He can only lose it. He's responsible for both runners on base.
Your attention, please.
Jesse Biddle is making his 15th appearance of the season. He's 2-1. He has 3 saves in 4 opportunities, and his ERA is 3.38. He has 16 strikeouts and no walks in 16 innings pitched. He's here to get this one batter. Can he do it? Swing and a miss. No, I'm checked that. Check the swing, but it's called a strike anyway. Strike one. Slider is just off the plate outside. Count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grounds it hard to Mattingly at first. He fields it himself and takes it to the bag to retire the side. So the damage was stopped. Middle of the 8th. Baltimore still only leads by 1. 1 run. I got 6 outs to get a run. Let's go. Let's go. Billy Wagner, all-star pitcher, lefty fireballer. He's pitching in his 6th game. He has no record, a 6.75 earned run average. He does have 2 saves, 4 opportunities. Now, Orioles have the bullpen going. Anthony Miller steps up. He's 1 for 1 in walk. Let's see what he can do. And the first pitch, slider off the plate for ball. 2 right-handers warming up in the Orioles bullpen just in case. Miller was just thinking about getting on base. And slider is again outside for ball 2. For some reason he has not gone to his heater. And he grounds it up the middle. He goes way to his... Oh, it's a nice play by the second baseman. He ranges way to his right to get that bouncing ball up the middle. He throws across his body to get the first out of the inning. Nice play by Mazeroski. Hunter Renfroe. You know what? We're going to pinch hit for Hunter Renfroe. Manager's going to go, no, you know what? He's not going to go. He's not going to go. Not yet. I'm going to wait till the 9th. And he's late on the fastball and fouls it off. And he pops it up to short center field. Harrison Bader is there, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. They're down to their final 4 outs.
The batter, number 39.
Top lineup turns over. Max Lukulich. He's 1 for 7 in the series. He's got a single today. He's just trying to get on base. He gets on base. He's stealing second. Pitch is outside for ball 1. He fouls off the 2-seamer back to the screen. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. I think if they were to be shut out, the Bronx Knights, that would be their first shutout that they were shut out this season. Fastball 98 on the radar gun is low. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike. So far, the Bronx Knights have not been shut out this season. First. And he flares it out to right field, and it drops in front of. It's a base hit with 2 outs in the 8th. For Lukulich. Thought Trout might have a chance, but no. He decided to let it drop instead of go for the dive. So next up, there might be a pinch hit. So manager, not the bullpen, but substitutions. Francisco Lindor is at 2nd. Chris Ramos, the all-star second baseman who's taking the day off today. 369, 15 homers, 39 runs batted in. Yes, he's going. Pinch hitting. Chris Ramos, second baseman, starting second baseman. He's getting the day off. Routine day off. Decides, you know what? Let's get him in the game. Big hit here. Let's go. And he fouls it back to the screen. 99 on the radar. Lukulich was going. Quick pitch over to first. Lukulich slides back in. Count is no balls and 1 strike on Ramos. Coincidentally, Chris Ramos is related to Eli. Pitch out. Nothing happening. They decided to pitch out. Count is even at 1-1. It's a big moment in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Fouls it. Two-seamer. At the plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quick pitch over the first.
Oh, he's safe.
He's back. Fouls it back to the screen. He's right on it. Fouled it straight back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quick pitch to first.
No, he's safe.
Blue glitches. Doesn't look like he's getting that much clean. Straight on base just in case. Pulls it down the third base line. Foul. That's 1 and 2. 2 outs. Slider is high. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Billy Wagner was a closer for a little while in the early 2000s. Oh, and he pulls it, but pulls it foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was the pitch he wishes he had back. And he hits it to center field, but right at the center fielder Harrison Bader to record the final out of the 8th. 8 innings complete. It's still 1-0 Baltimore. Ooh. Chris Ramos will take over at second base for Francisco.
Now playing second base, number 27, Chris.
Manager.
Ramos.
Warm-up Madison Bumgarner. Put Jonathan Holder in the game.
Now pitching.
Jonathan Holder is making his 10th appearance.
Holder.
He has an 0-1 record and a 4.5 over run average. And he throws a fastball high, foul back, strike 1. Swinging and miss at the change of speed out in front. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Trout. Keep in mind that this is the year 2024. Maybe Trout isn't as good as he used to be. Fouls off the changeup. No balls, 2 strikes. So yeah, so the actual date in this fictional franchise is May 14th, 2024. Grounds it to the third baseman, Termini, who fields, throws across his body for the first out. Nice play by Termini. He was guarding the third baseman. Josh Bell is 0 for 3 today. Steps up to the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And strike 1. Changeup is in there, strike 2.
Ball 1.
Slider inside, ball
I got
1.
to count 1 and 2.
Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. And there are 2 outs. Johnny Bench has had a good day. He's a double and a single. He's 2 for 3. Steps in there against Jonathan Holder with 2 outs. And he swings and fouls off the fastball. They are leading 1-0 going into the bottom of the 9th, but I'm sure they'd like an insurance run or 2. And he hits a shallow, lazy fly ball to Lo Cicero and right. Makes the catch for a 1-2-3 inning for Jonathan Holder. Did his job holding them in place. Last licks for the Bronx Knights. 3 outs left. They need 1 to tie, 2 to win. Let's go. Let's go. Tyler Duffy. Tyler Duffy is pitching in his 18th game, coming in relief. He is 1-0. He has 5 saves and a 0.52 earned run average. Don Mattingly is up. He's 0 for 3 today.
For the Bronx, the first baseman.
He steps in there against the right.
Mattingly.
Takes the first pitch low, up the curve. Floating up there low. Ball 1. And he serves it into center field. The base hit to lead off the inning. which means the leadoff man, is reached first, and the tying run comes to the plate.
Number 38.
And that's a 10-game hitting streak for Don Mattingly on that single. I'm sure he's enjoying that, but not as much as being on first base here in the bottom of the ninth. So, Benny Cicero is 1 for 3 with the single. He takes the first pitch outside ball. Big moment. Open a blast. Will win the game for the Bronx Knights. And he's a little late on the fastball, and he skies it to the opposite way. Billy Williams is there in left. Makes the catch for the first down. But Cicero is retired.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
Designated hitter Jacob Salazar steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He was hit by a pitch. He's officially 0 for 2. The switch hitter, he steps up from the left side. And grounds it right to the shortstop. 2nd for 1. Back to first. Double play, and the Baltimore Orioles win 1-0. The Bronx Knights are shut out for their first game this season. Oh, God. If anybody who watched, I apologize profusely. What a terrible performance. But when you play a 162-game schedule, you're going to get shut out. It is an inevitability. You had the misfortune of watching the shutout. I apologize. I promise you I'm going to score like 20 runs next game, but it is what it is. So hopefully after that loss, this is a 3-game set against the Baltimore Orioles. They've split 1 game apiece. Tomorrow's game will be the rubber match to see who wins the series. So, as you can see, it's Baltimore 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. Bronx Knights, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Ryan Yarborough. The losing pitcher who deserved better is Eli Ramos. And the save goes to Tyler Duffy, his 6th of the season. And of course, the player of the game is Ryan Yarborough, pitching 6 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits and no earned runs against a team that has been scoring a shit ton of runs this season. Well, that was Bronx Knights baseball. I hope to perform much better next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.
For joining us here this evening. We remind you.